I didn't expect it to work, not at all. Because for years, I believed one thing very strongly. If you want to lose weight, you have to go to the gym. That was the rule in my mind. No gym equals no results. Simple, or so I thought. But at that point in my life, going to the gym wasn't realistic. No time, no motivation, and honestly, no consistency. I would start, then stop. Start again, then quit again. And every time, I ended up back where I started, frustrated, tired, and stuck. So I stopped focusing on the gym completely. Not because I gave up, but because I wanted a different approach, something I could actually sustain, something that didn't depend on motivation. And that's when everything started changing. Slowly, not overnight, not dramatically, but consistently. And over time, I lost around 20 pounds without stepping into a gym. Now let's break down exactly how it happened, because it wasn't magic, and it wasn't a hack. It was simple behavior changes, repeated daily. Let's start with the first shift. I started walking more without calling it exercise. At first, I didn't track anything. No goals, no pressure, just movement. Walking more during the day, taking stairs, standing instead of sitting, short walks after meals. Nothing intense, but consistent. And that's what mattered. Because I realized something important. Your body doesn't just respond to workouts, it responds to total daily movement. Not just 1 hour in the gym, but the other 23 hours too. And that's where most people miss the point. So I increased my daily movement naturally, without forcing myself. Now let's move to the second change. I fixed my food patterns, not extreme dieting. I didn't follow a strict diet, no starvation, no cutting everything out. Instead, I focused on balance, and I removed one major issue, highly processed, high-sugar foods, because I noticed something. Every time I ate them, I felt hunger again quickly, energy crashes, cravings later. So I started replacing them with whole foods, protein-rich meals, fiber-rich foods, balanced plates. Not perfect, but better, and more stable. Now let's talk about something important. I didn't stop eating things I liked. I just stopped eating them automatically, and that changed everything. 3. I started drinking more water and stopped mistaking thirst for hunger. This sounds simple, but it had a big impact, because many cravings are not actually hunger. They are dehydration signals. So instead of immediately eating, I started drinking water first, and waiting a few minutes. Often, the craving disappeared. Not always, but often enough to make a difference. Now let's move to the fourth change. I fixed my sleep. This changed everything. I didn't realize how much sleep affects weight until I improved it. Because when I slept better, something changed. My hunger reduced, my cravings reduced, my energy improved, and I stopped feeling constantly tired. Sleep affects hormones like hunger regulation, stress response, energy balance. So even without gym, my body started working better naturally. Now let's talk about something people underestimate. I stopped relying on motivation, because motivation comes and goes. One day you feel ready, next day you don't. So instead of relying on it, I built simple habits, small actions, daily repetition, no pressure. And that consistency mattered more than intensity. Now let's bring everything together. I didn't lose 20 pounds because of one big change. It was many small changes, stacked over time. Walking more, eating better, sleeping better, drinking more water, reducing processed foods. Nothing extreme, but consistent. Now let's be very clear. I didn't burn fat fast. I didn't follow a crash diet. I didn't rely on supplements. I simply created a system my body could sustain. Now here's the most important lesson. Weight loss is not about the gym alone. The gym can help, but it is not the foundation. Your daily habits are. Now let's talk about why this worked. Because fat loss happens when your body is in balance. Not stress, not restriction, not extremes, but balance. Energy in, energy out. Hormonal stability. Consistent habits. Now let's address something honest. The gym is not the problem, but it is not the only solution. And many people quit fitness because they think it is. Now let's zoom out. Your body responds to lifestyle, not isolated effort. And when lifestyle improves, results follow naturally. Now let's close with clarity. Losing 20 pounds without the gym was not about avoiding effort. It was about choosing sustainable effort. Effort I could repeat every day, not just for a week, but long term. Now here's the final takeaway. You don't need perfect conditions to change your body. You need consistent basics, done daily, without overthinking. Because sometimes the simplest path is the most effective one.